Hello. Thus far, I've only released sky videos, and I won't be the first to say that speaking and showing stuff like this is a forte of mine. But since last April 2018, I've been going through all sorts of crazy stuff, as have a whole bunch of other people. And I've jotted some stuff down and sketched some stuff that's been given to me. I don't really know how else to describe it. I received it. Could just be imagination. I don't know, but it seems these days a leap of faith is the the preferred method. I hope that somebody gets something from these. There's something in them. I know there is. Just have to dive in, I guess. I do not know why I put the hero there. I think when this first happened to me, I think I thought I was going to write something, and then I just started drawing instead. It's an interesting title. It almost seems like the title of this entire set of sketches, because I have about 25 now, and we'll see how many I get to in one video. I might make more. And of course, if there's interest, maybe sharing some of my writings, but I gotta admit, it's a sensitive thing to... Oh, seriously? Sorry. It's a sensitive thing to share this kind of stuff, at least for me. Maybe not for everybody, but, you know, I guess that's all ego, isn't it? So, this whole thing is kind of baby steps for me. Anyway, this is this is like a forest. It's like a tornadic forest, because when I saw this was a swirling, jagged, dark, like vortices that were all connected at the top, and they were black with like little red lightning shooting. It just felt like disarray and suffering. And at the bottom of each of these was a person. And I guess our suffering all just... Maybe I should let other people interpret it and just describe what I saw. And that was dark, foresty storms in a desert. This, I gotta say, I don't know what this is. There's an energy to it, like an individual energy or a planet level energy. It spins almost like some of my other drawings in the future that are very much torus shapes. But this is part of it. And also, I think it's something protective, because this leaf arc spins around this very fast. almost, you know, imperceptibly fast. And this is this crystal is blue. And a couple days ago, this image came back to me because I drew this, several months ago, and I didn't know what it was. I just saw it, so I drew it. And a couple days ago, it seemed, it came back to me, and it seemed as though this crystal was possibly made of ice. It's a work in progress as far as understanding it. This flame stuff around it is also blue. And if you've ever seen Dragon Ball Super and you've seen Super Saiyan Blue, you'll have a good idea of what this looks like. There was energy crackling within it, and there was like a sword running through it. I'm not sure if it was a sword, but something like a sword. And this leaf thing was like a bright platinumy silver metal arc that spanned across the whole thing. Anyway, some of these are definitely maybe they're more personal than I would know, I'm fine with that, I guess. But who knows who will see it and take something from it, right? So this one, and this one actually has a date on it, surprisingly, because some of these things, I wrote them in such a hurry that, like, the thought of putting date and time on it was just, like, that was too many words to write because I had to get it out right now kind of thing. These next few pictures have titles. And I say they have titles because the titles were, I didn't just be like, I'm just going to call this The Tree. To me, this felt like it was called The Tree, as is a lot of the other pictures that follow right behind this one. This is, such a simple image, It's not old news. There's nothing fantastically new about this information. It's just the way it came about, the urgency I felt at having to put it somewhere where I could go to it again, back then when I drew it. And when you're in those moments, and you actually follow through, all you can do is that. Just get it down on paper, right? When I saw this in my mind, it was simultaneously, this image was both my entire body, like my oral field, and also my brain. Just my brain. I'll move on. This was an experience that I had at the foot of a river. I was compelled to step into it. I've always loved water, but I've never had water say, come step into me. So, honestly, it was a pretty intense experience. It was still calm. This is a calming picture. It was still calm, but it was also full of energy. And this bit below, I guess, was my the only way I could draw the energy, because it felt as when I stepped into it, it felt as though I stepped into like the entirety of water, like all the water, like it was a body. And I felt how big it was. I felt how large it was against the surface of Earth. It's possible this picture doesn't do that justice. Ever since then, water and me have had a totally different relationship. All right, let's go to the next one. This is one of my first like really weird ones where once I was done drawing it, I was like, oh wow, that's kind of a little trippier than I was expecting. I didn't know what it meant. I just drew it. I mean, I had suspicions. It's active enough where you can use your imagination, but it wasn't until literally the 3rd of this month that I got a little bit more out of it, and that I realized that I drew this river to directly reflect this. And if anyone thinks it looks like a boob, it's because it is. That's actually what I saw. Hopefully that's not too inappropriate for YouTube. The vague drawing of that with, I mean, it's also the sun, so But these were given to me just recently. And this phrase, there's healing in the water, that's been with me for a long, long time. It actually came from a novel, weirdly enough. It's just this last few months, well, mostly this last couple months, like, I swear, anytime anytime I need to know, and this is related to our literal water and our atmosphere. I think even our clouds, because, it's water vapor. And also consciousness itself. Because I'm starting to think that water is a physical manifestation of consciousness. It runs through us and through the earth in the same manner. But maybe that's another thought for another day. All right. I'm going to end this one here. Oops. And I will pick up on some other ones. But thank you for watching this. And, it doesn't have to be more than scribbles, but let's be honest, I hope that somebody gets something from them. So, thank you for watching.